Hello everyone. My name is Hiawatha. You are on youtube.com/watch/ a whole bunch of random letters and numbers. And today I have another exhilarating, exciting, exasperating is probably actually bad. Either way, game of Age of Empires 4 for you today, spawning on the north side of Lipany. We do have Salami, aka the Conversion God, opening up as the Delhi with that monument. Wow, that's a nice monument. I wish I had that one. I should do the Delhi. I should do the Delhi Masteries. Either way, though, Salami gonna open up onto 6 onto the food right away. Gonna get a Vil onto the wood and gonna be putting more onto gold in just a moment here as well. Only one scout, which is not super common. I do usually see players opening up with 2, but either way, it doesn't matter all that much. Other side of the map, however, we do have our opponent today. Our opponent it being Lenok. Both players in the top 50. Lenok even in the top 20. Opening up as the Chinese, going to go on to berries as well. Well, actually not going on to berries, just bringing his sheep over to his mill to be able to generate gold with his Imperial official from the mill when the drop-off does happen with these Vils. Also going on to wood right away, getting another Vil on the wood right now. And remember to build a house, my friend. There you go. Nice little place to live for your little villagers. And we're going to have a great game today between these two players. It's a matchup I don't really see all that often, especially on a map like this. I don't really see Delhi versus Chinese all that often. So I'm excited to see what these two players have in store for us today. We're not gathering a whole bunch of sheep here. So while these players are just exploring the map and doing their thing, let's talk about their spawns. So Lenok spawning with a very, very wallable and defensible wood line. I actually really love this for him. And even wallable over this way and wallable like this way. There's just so many ways that he could kind of get himself to be nice and secure on his map. Even on this side of the wood line too. Great wall position. Great wall positions down here. Just a very solid spawn. He's got his gold. Where's his gold? His gold in the front. Pretty far away from the TC, I will say. Yeah, it's over here. It's this one. Very far away gold from the TC. Stone's pretty close, but that gold is just ridiculously far. That's the only unfortunate part about this spawn. Other side of the map, though, for our Delhi Sultanate player. Our berries are, of course, in the back. And our gold is pretty far off as well. Our stone's in the same position, so nothing really too close. Both players having very close by wood lines. Lipany being a map with a lot of wood on it. And while we have a moment here, let's talk about relics, because with Salami in the game, you're always going to be looking at those relics. We have one neutral relic spawning down here in the left side of the map, one right in the middle, one on the right-hand side, and then one in the back. Oh my god, hang on. This is really favored for our Chinese player because there's one in the back of his base and a second one right by this boar, by the sacred site. So that's a really unfortunate place to be for these relics. They're very close by, so Salami's going to have a harder time securing those relics unless he gets out on the map early and gets out some spears to be able to hold them down and wall them in, so on and so forth. Take a look at income per minute right now. While these players are aging up, we do have the Dome of the Faith coming up here right now with our 4 Vils from Salami. We're going, we're heavy on the wood right now for Salami. We might be going for some spears, might be going for some archers. It's really hard to say just yet, but I imagine we're going to see some spears just based off of the meta right now. Chinese is going for horsemen a lot more often these days, just in general. Other side of the map, however, because of the kind of build that Lenok is going for, his gold generation is slower than that of his opponent for the moment because he's just collecting it from the, the drop-off facilities for the resources. So he's going to have to kind of wait until these are enough. He's got almost 20 in the bank here, so he should be keeping a bit better of awareness on that and getting, yeah, he's going to get this Imperial official right here to grab that, going to drop it off at the base, and going to get ready to age up. What are we going to see from a landmark perspective here? Well, imagine that guy going down and that many sheep being transitioned over to his opponent. That would be absolutely frightening. Looks like we're going to put up an defensive Barbican of the Sun right on our gold. Does make sense. He wasn't going to go for a forward play because he didn't have any villagers out on the map. So they're going to try to defend this very open area, which I do agree with. It's still wallable, like mentioned before, but it's very, very open. Other side of the map, however, Dome of the Faith is almost done, so we're going to get some more scholars in production here. We're going to get efficient production from our mosque, which is usually what you see opening for any Delhi player these days. I don't know why I switched that way. Most Delhi players are going to open with efficient production because it allows you to produce, what is it, 50% faster? It's 100% faster. So it's like having 2 production facilities instead of just 1, which is absolutely insane. It's a crazy buff. It's really, really strong, especially in the early game if you want to be able to keep up with your opponent. We're going to drop a stable. So it looks like Salami is going to go for some kind of horseman play, potentially, and get some harass off on his opponent relatively early. Income per minute tab again. We are ahead in food for Lenok, and Salami is ahead in wood and gold. I think I got them backwards earlier, but I digress. We're going to get some more military units on the map here going on to the gold again for Salami. Going to get some more gold coming in. The best thing about the Delhi Sultanate is that their researches do not require gold. So he's getting double broad axe. He's getting wheelbarrow right now. Actually, he already got wheelbarrows. He's getting horticulture. He's going to get survival techniques as well to increase his gather rate from the hunted units on the map. And Leenock finally getting the age up about like a minute, 45 seconds behind his opponent. That's so many sheep coming in under the TC. That's just ridiculous. His opponent does not have that many sheep, so he's not going to have as much food in the long run. So he's going to have to expand out a little bit sooner and go on to the hunt potentially up here. And where's his other hunt actually? Over here. So for the time being, we have to ask ourselves, what is the Chinese player going to do? They're a civ that is able to do a lot of different things. They could turtle up and build bombards later. We're actually getting some scouting right now from our Chinese player. What's he able to see right now? He knows that he's on food. He knows that he's getting a blacksmith, which is, I mean, Delhi's going to get a blacksmith right away because they want to be able to research their free technologies. And now he has officially scouted this stable. So with that information, what does he do with it? He knows his opponent's on gold again. Could be going for, Lancer in the next age. It's really hard to say at this point in time. However, he's not even on this gold. What's going on here? Dropping a second TC for pumping out villagers, which does make sense. And now gonna go onto the gold? No, gonna go back onto food. So he's gonna get stone as well. We already got stone. That's how we got the second TC, right? So bit of a weird situation to be in. He's gonna pump out some more villagers for sure. Get him on wood, get him on food. But no one gathering golds. We're not going for anything that's gonna require a big gold investment. No knights in the castle age necessarily. Heading over with 2-3 villas. Looks like we changed our production spawn here, so we are in fact actually going to go onto the gold now and get our mining camp up and send an imperial official over as well potentially. Lots of gold being generated from these buildings for the time being, income per minute wise. Salami's still ahead in gold. This is not an efficient way of gathering gold. It's just an effective way, if that makes any sense. You're able to gather gold consistently, but it's not going to be the most gold you could get. And most gold you can get is having an imperial officer supervise the gold mine while the villagers are dropping off at that resource gathering point. So, what are we looking at here for Salami? Where are our military units? Are they pushed out? We have a horseman over here. We're pushing out across the map, it looks like. We have gathering on the sacred site, so we could be looking to do a quick sacred site capture, or at least hold it so his opponent can't get it. We are getting Sanctity, that is almost done, so we're going to want to pump out the next scholar, I almost said prelate, the next scholar onto our sacred site, so that way he gets there in time to capture it. But it looks like we are going to wait for a moment here, dropping into the mosque instead to get the production time up. Maybe going to pump him out afterwards and send him over. I'm not entirely sure. We do have one scholar in our archer range over here, so we'll be able to pump out quite a few archers, actually. Heavy on the wood right now with 9 vills on... Oh, this is Leenock's view still. We have 13 vills on the wood line here and 12 on food for Salami. And I'm really surprised he hasn't sent out his scholar just yet to capture the sacred site. I'm kind of shocked. Oh, there he is. Okay. He was here the whole time. He was just chilling in the background. So lots of archers, lots of horses coming out here. Archers, he did scout the barracks from his opponent earlier, so the archers are a good call to counteract any of the spearmen coming out for his opponent. Going to send out the scout with it as well. No other units coming out right now. Well, I say that as I find the stable and the horsemen are coming out here. We're actually going to supervise it to pump out horsemen at an even faster rate, potentially because we saw the archer range in that earlier scout. I know we saw the stable for sure. I don't think we saw that archer range though, so it's going to be a bit of a tricky fight coming up here for our Chinese player. Going to get a bit of an engagement here, maybe posturing to do so, but there are way more units here for our Delhi player in Salami, and he's going to capture the sacred site successfully. It is captured already. Going to probably move on to the next one. Horseman going to take the engagement on the spearman. Not the best call. Going to bring these archers over here behind this wall instead to get some volleys off. Going to push out onto the berries of his opponent. This was left wide open for a bit of a raid here. Might lose a vill or two. Horses do have to run away. Archers coming in though to try to save the day. One spearman is going to go and turn the vills to screen for the horsemen, which is a bit of an interesting play. We're going to lose at least 3 or 4 villagers here, maybe even all of them. Out of sitting Manama for a moment here. We do have 5 vills still chilling here, and only losing maybe the 1 or 2 that were there. So, you know what? Not a bad fight at all for Salami. Going to pull back now because he does have the numbers advantage. Horsemen are going to do a good job of trying to clean up the archers here, but this one horseman is going to screen long enough for the reinforcements to come in and take care of any further advance coming by. The spearman should go down to the archers in just a moment here. Instead, you're going to opt to actually finish the walls so his opponent can't neutralize the sacred site. I do like that call. It does make sense. These 2 archers were enough to hold that down, and I'm going to prioritize getting that nice and secure. While all that was going on, the other scholar, or the same scholar, went on to capture the second sacred site, and he's going to be contested by this horseman. Going to be able to hold for just a little while until reinforcements do arrive. Not sending anybody down just yet. Actually, I say that as 4 or 5 archers do come across the map here. And right now, it's a battle for the sacred site. So North Point has not been captured just yet. Salami, doing Salami things, building walls, building outposts. That's what he's famous for. That, and of course, the infamous conversions here. We're not getting any relics yet because we're not in the third age. And there's another fight between these horsemen and the archers. There's just a bigger mass of archers here. But this last horseman coming in to reinforce this front is going to be enough to kind of push him off, push him away, get that scholar to pull back. And he actually probably is going to lose this scholar. He's not going to be able to kite for long enough. He's going to want to try to take down... Yeah, he's going to want to try to stop this horseman from neutralizing. Send up more units. Yeah, more archers here aren't really going to do too much in regards to holding this area. But enough of them being produced with the help of the scholars in the archery range. So I guess it will hold for now. So Sacred Sites, nice and secure for our Delhi player. Third one not captured just yet. Looks like we're not even making our way over there just at the moment here. I want to capture these two, especially considering the proximity of this Sacred Site to his opponent's base. Something we didn't talk about at the beginning of the game is that as the Delhi Sultanate, you obviously want to go for Sacred Sites as much as possible because of your early game control of them. With that being said, however, when your opponent has a Sacred Site so close to their base, they're going to have to make a decision as to whether they want to push out early and try to hold that, or if they're going to concede and try to fight, you know, and get into your economy. It looks like we did try to fight for the Sacred Site relatively early, but not early enough, and Salami able to hold that down. Going to wall up the Sacred Site on both sides so no one gets in or out, at least for the time being. Going to send another scholar down here. Potentially even to snipe this relic that's back here. If we take a look, Salami did scout this earlier, so going to get ready to pick that up. Salami is ready to age up as well, so this is great timing for him. Going to go up with the House of Learning, going to get those unique technologies, going up with 10 Villies. However, Leenock is not quite ready to level up just yet. Income per minute tab. Leenock is ahead in food and gold and wood. We did put the pulse and villagers for our Delhi player in order to get the age up going. But still, take a look at villager-wise. Leenock sitting on 53 versus the 36 of Salami. So that double TC really doing wonders for his economy. But he's going to be behind in technology. He's going to be behind in military units. Right now he's sitting on 12 military units versus the 27 just because of the efficient production that comes out from the Delhi player. And he's in a bit of a pickle here. What do you do? Personally, I would say it's time for siege, time for rams, maybe. It's time for something else. Has a bit of a raid going on in the gold line of his opponent here. Going to take out this one horseman and force some idle time. Put these vills onto the food. Oh my god, they killed a sheep, gathered some food, went to the TC to drop it off. That's the most efficiency I've ever seen out of a garrison, if I've ever seen an efficient garrison in my life before. And these horsemen are going to do a good job of pushing off this raid. I'm going to go back onto the gold in just a moment here. Actually, looks like we're actually back onto the food for a minute here. We do have the double Sacred Site, so that's going to be enough gold for the time being, although they're going to run back and go into gold right now. And are we grabbing... Oh, this wolf is enough to kind of hold the scholar away. He knew that he wouldn't be able to survive properly if he just kind of kept going here. Wolf going to reset. Does he not reaggress? So he goes behind a gate, comes back out, and the wolf doesn't reaggress. That's a mechanic I have not seen yet. So very interesting coming out of Salami here. Leenock's still not aged up. We're only sitting on how many military buildings? We're sitting on 2 stables, 2 barracks. Not ready to age up just yet. We're getting close, very close in food. A market would be helpful here. Buy that difference in food, sell off some wood, and get that age up going. He's moving behind by quite a bit now. From a blacksmith perspective, he does have his melee damage, his melee armor, and his ranged armor. Does not have a ranged attack upgrade across the map, however, for Salami. We are getting our first... We're getting Bloomery right now. Looks like we're actually just putting these up at the moment. We're putting up 2 more of them at the moment here. We have 3 total on the map here. But we don't have any other upgrades except for our ranged defense and ranged armor. You hear that sound? That's the sound of an elephant. Another relic being picked up somewhere on the map here, right in the middle. So this scholar going to grab this relic here. Looks like we're grabbing a relic over yonder as well. This relic did get scooped up just a little bit earlier here. And we're going to go for a 4th relic. We probably will. It's Salami. What am I saying? Of course Salami goes for it. And actually, this is a war elephant. You don't see war elephants out all the time these days, just because the tower elephant is typically a little bit more effective. But it's still a high health unit with spearmen on it, so it's going to do great against cavalry, which he does know his opponent is pumping out, considering, again, his scouting from earlier and all the skirmishes he's had on the map so far. And that's all of the relics. All of the relics have been scooped up by Salami. We got one chilling in this mosque here. Is there another mosque out on the map right now? Not really. But that's so many relics. What is he going to do with all of these relics? Where's this one going? There's nowhere to put it right now, Salami. You got ahead of yourself. There's no mosque to put it in. Wait, you can put 4 relics in the Delhi Mosque? I learned something new today. That gold, let's look at income per minute now. 1,000 gold per minute with the 4 relics plus the 2 sacred sites. This game may as well be over, in my opinion. And the reason I say that is because Salami's military production is going to be so much better. He's sitting on, what, 3 barracks, a range, and a stable, but with efficient production. So that counts as basically 6 barracks, 2 stables and 2 ranges, depending on if he has his scholars placed inside of his barracks yet, which he does not, but he will in a moment here. Gathering that last relic too. Across the map, his opponent only has the gold vein, and that's it. He's got 10 vills in the gold. IO going to be pumping that out, not gathering any gold from the actual camp, which is a bit of a misplay in my opinion. We do have, how many Imperial officers do we have? We have 4? I mean, taking the time to take one of them off, I get that we're producing units out of the the Nest of Bees Tower. I mean, it may as well be called the Nest of Bees Tower. We're pumping units and research out of the astronomical clock tower. I can't say that today. And this official is now being wasted. He's not producing any units right now. You get 2 Nest of Bees out. Sure, you could wait for the wood to be able to pump out more, but it might be better off gathering that gold to be able to keep up with like knights in the next age. He did eventually age up. What landmark did we end up going with? It's on the map somewhere. I'm not going to look for it too hard here. Oh, wait. What am I saying? It's right here. This is what happens when you cast early in the day. Either way, though, going to expand with an outpost here, try to secure this next gold mine. Not going to be much of an impact. We got some knights coming in, some lancers coming in for our Delhi player, and this is going to be a big hit to the economy here. If you notice, is this outpost, that's going to deny the gold for a decent amount longer. And now we're going to try to take out that outpost for the time being. Not really able to push out with anything. Not many units back in the base here. We have a bit of a skirmish over yonder because the units were overextended outside of his base. Going to try to neutralize the sacred site, but too little too late. Lots of men-at-arms. So many ranged units here. There are 12 archers and 8 men-at-arms for Salami. No scholar at the front right now with a relic in his hand. So that's a little untypical of our Delhi player. What does Lennox see right now? Lennox is just about to... Oh my god, he's just about to see the Royal Elephant. That's scary now. He has horsemen. Not that many, though. He's got spears, but not that many. And the spears were able to push... Like, the combination of the spears and the clock tower Nest of Bees were able to push off the horsemen for the time being, but they're just going to run across the map and try to get another raid going here on the economy of the opponent, on his food, so on and so forth. There's just so much more damage coming out here for our Delhi player. Going to send the spears after the War Elephant, which are more effective than any other unit type against the elephant. Going to go try to snipe the Nest of Bees, which is going to go down relatively quickly. There's too many of them here. So, good hold from Lennox. He did overextend a little bit early into the fight to try to neutralize this sacred site, which was a little frightening, I'm not going to lie. He left his economy really open, but he was able to hold for the time being. These lancers, I always want to call them knights, but these lancers were able to run away with their lives for the time being. And we have more men-at-arms gathering in the middle of the map here for our Delhi player. I'm checking the mosque every couple minutes here because I want to see if all 5 relics are still in the mosque, and they are right now. So no conversions coming out for Salami just yet. Big mass though. That's a big mass in comparison. His opponent has crossbows, men-at-arms, and, well, I guess not men-at-arms, but palace guards. I'm sorry, a little bit faster. And spearmen. But, oh my god, the position here is terrible for Lennox. These are going to get absolutely sniped. These SOPs are going to go down. And sure, he might neutralize the sacred site, but he's losing all of his siege in the process. Spears are not going to be very effective here, and that's what was left to deal with its front here. In the meantime, these men-at-arms went off the push-off, break down this gate here and try to neutralize this sacred site. So it's a good push, but all the Nest of Bees are gone. Spears can't do anything about this. There's more archers coming in. There's more men-at-arms coming in. What's our production look like right now? We're sitting on 4 barracks. Those 4 barracks do all have... Well, not all of them. There's only 2 of them that have scholars in them. So that's about 6 barracks right now. 3 stables. Out of our 3 stables, we don't have... How many have a scholar? Only 1 scholar in our stables. In our archery range, how many? Just the 1 scholar still. Still, though, that counts as 2 archery range. It counts as, like, 3 stables, 4 stables. That counts as 6 barracks. That's just a production that you can't keep up with, especially because of the gold he's been allowed to accumulate the whole game. Lennox sitting on how many military? 50 military for Salami versus 35 of Lennox. Sure, 68 villagers versus 56, but he's on 2 TCs, and he's been picked every couple minutes here. He's just been not allowed to boom, and his villagers are getting picked off very consistently by our Delhi player. And he's actually sitting on 2 TCs as well, if I'm not mistaken, right? No, he's on 1 still. Just on 1 TC, no stone in the bank. Tower, War Elephant coming out now, going to do some damage, going to get taken down by the crossbows and the spears for the time being here, but these units are going to keep trickling in. I don't think Lennox will be able to keep up with the production of his opponent here. Sure, he's got 5 barracks now, but that's not going to be enough, and they're really far away too. Upgrade-wise, he's got all of his available upgrades in the Castle Age, but so does his opponent. His opponent's all the upgrades too, income per minute. He's still heavily in favor of Salami with those 5 relics. Even 1 Sacred Site neutralized is just so much better off. So much more food, so much more wood. Right now, this is going to hold just because of the fight that we're having with the support from the crossbows, but there's going to be a mass at one point here that's just going to be way too much for him to deal with. Men-at-Arms back on the Sacred Site, gonna try to rebuild the walls. You get another Scholar up there. More Men-at-Arms trying to deny some stone. Getting a couple of picks on some villagers. These faster Palace Guards are gonna chase him down, try to close out this fight here, keep him off. And Scholar is gonna come and secure this Sacred Site. Would like to see... Oh, I am seeing currently, and not just I like to see, I'm seeing currently a Scholar sprinting across the map. This guy's going real fast. That is the fastest Scholar I've ever seen. What's his movement speed? 1.5 tiles. That's crazy fast. Gonna capture this Sacred Site here. I guess I'm used to seeing Salami's Scholars run around only with relics in their hands. And we do have 5 relics still chilling in the base here. Salami just so good at the relic play. Another Tower War Elephant pumping out just now. We're just gonna rebuild our masses here for a moment. It looks like our Delhi player Salami is building up a significant number of Men-at-Arms. We've got 22, rather, not 32, 22 sitting here. Nothing on this Sacred Site over here. Could go and rebuild the walls if he chose to hold for a little while longer, but his opponent wasn't successful in pushing in and capturing it for himself earlier, so it might not matter all that much for the time being. Sounds like we're getting a lot of archers coming out still, a lot of more war elephants too. Crossbows are coming out into the mix, as he knows his opponent is going for the Palace Guards, and Leonok is totally unaware. He's trying to neutralize the Sacred Site up here with the Palace Guard, which doesn't make sense. Can go for a bit of a raid on the food economy of his opponent here. Going to be decently effective, but not enough at this point in the game. Going to try to get a snipe on all these villagers. Looks like what was going on there? They're not going down very fast at all. Look at him run. Look how fast the Scholar goes in comparison. These are the faster moving Men-at-Arms, and he still outspeeds them by a significant margin. That's just funny to watch. Other side of the map, though, however, we do have a mass building up for Leonok. We got some spears in the mix. He's still building spears, and it's only for the elephants that he has to respond to them with. So as long as Salami keeps putting out a couple elephants here and there, they're going to force the opponent to keep building spears. And with his mass being so significantly made up of Men-at-Arms, it's just going to be a better time for him because the spears aren't going to be effective at all. Horsemen are here to try to clean up here. Looks like he did pull back his mass of Men-at-Arms to his base in order to hold it. Once he sees these mangonels, he's going to call GG. Watch. He's going to chill here, look into the forest. He cannot see in here. He has no vision, no outpost here to get any information. He's not safe to peer in right now. Does have a bit of engagement here, a little bit of information, but sees the 3 mangonels come up. Those are going to be big snipes. Oh, no. Those are so many units lost, so many gold units, too, and that's the resource he's having the most trouble capturing right now. Income per minute tab, again, just so much more in favor for our Delhi Sultanate player. Did we take out one of the... No, we didn't. I was wondering why we were behind a little bit here. Looks like we did catch up a bit for Leonok to make gold per minute, but he's been pushed off because of that big push from his opponent here. Going to get the walls up in the front of the base to keep him trapped in there, not able to push out. Really looking to suffocate his opponent right now, Salami. And this is going to be GG's coming out from Leonok here. If you enjoyed this cast, make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for more content just like this. I try to upload every day, or at the very least every couple days. I guarantee at least 2 videos a week. How about that? Regardless, though, this is getting cleaned up nice and simple from Salami. Not even needing to use a conversion here. These Men-at-Arms are moving so fast. They do have the upgrade for the forced march. They're able to sprint right into the back line. Very threatened to the nest of bees, and that is going to be GG's. Once again, thanks for watching. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more, and I'll see you in the next cast. Cheers!